production is another something that I enjoy as well because
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I want to go back to SoCal and just that also a quick side note now. Anyone struggling with like, oh, I have to have a hygiene or have
You know, this is, excuse me, you know, a damn fine cup of coffee. This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Tune in to Cryptic Culture, your local radio show covering music, pop culture, news, and issues of concern from the community. On air every Tuesday on Mixler.com. Hosted by Wonton, Major Tom, and Brother Benny from the heart of the Bay on EastBayLive. Wonton will discuss news, pop culture, and everything exciting. Look out for underground musicians, live concerts in the Bay, lyrics, and live guests from Major Tom. Brother Benny will feature hip-hop guests talking about their genre, inspiration, and direction.
Hello, this is East Bay Live. This is Ben Hawklyn speaking, and I'm here with Cryptic Culture today, and we're going to be talking about different aspects of art, resources that we have, and music that one can make in difficult times in these unprecedented events. And without further ado, I'm going to go into talking about the resources that artists have and can work with. Different resources we have as artists for different projects. I'm going to list off a couple different sites you can use for free images or different programs that you can use to create art. And some of those are, if you need free royalty-free images, you can go to unsplash.com. There you can get a wide variety of images. You can just search for whatever you need. Often I'll use radio images or music images for different advertisements for radio or music that I'm creating, that I'm going to be posting. For a lot of digital artists that are going to be using something like Illustrator or texts or text fonts, there's a free website that hosts a wide variety of fonts. You can search for free ones with royalty-free or ones that can only be used for personal usage. Personally, when I need to use a font, I'll search for royalty-free fonts and just cite the font who created it. And that website is called 1001fonts.com. And I've found a lot of good fonts on there for different projects. Similarly, if you're making a project and there is a font that you really like, but you can't find exactly what it is, you can find a font that's similar to that with your phone, checking out the website whatthefont.com. You just take a picture of the text and what is written, and you can upload it to What the Font, and it'll find different fonts that look similar. And you can sort through them, ones that are royalty free, ones that aren't. Some of them you have to purchase if you really want that font. You can also do that on the computer. Go to whatthefont.com and just take a screenshot that you have and upload it through there as well. And you type in some sample text and it'll show you what it looks like. Sometimes I'll just take a screenshot of that text and use just what I need, because sometimes they are paid for. For image boards and inspiration, to try and find inspiration images, there's obviously Pinterest is great for that. You can follow different themes that you are looking for various projects. I follow a lot of character designs because I do 3D animation and 3D modeling and character creation. So that's always a good inspiration to find different styles or aesthetics that you're looking for. And you can make your own boards as well, finding pictures and adding them to saved boards. Personally, I also use Pinterest for for images of men's haircuts to show the barbers, like, I want this haircut. So it's useful for a lot of different things. For aspiring poets or spoken word or rap artists, Rhyme Zone is a good website to check out. Again, that's rhymezone.com. That's a great site to check out what words rhyme with different previously used words. You can also check out syllables, how many syllables there are in a word, and also checking out the usage, how much usage the word that you're looking at is used, if it's a popularly used word or not. And again, for, say, in combination with Pinterest or images that you're collecting to try and make an inspiration board, there's an Adobe Creative Cloud program called Adobe Spark, and it's great for organizing your inspiration board to create either a small image with just the images if you're gonna post on Instagram or something, but usually I'll use either an A3 or A4 11 by 17 or 13 by 19 image size, and I'll organize images on there so I can print them out, so I can have that inspiration board printed and next to me as I'm working on the computer. I find that to be really great resource to use even when sketching out character designs as well. So any you can use it for anything really. Like, say you want plants, you can make an image board of plants and think about which kind of plants you want to get or how you want to organize them. Another useful resource is Ecret Music. It's I think that's ECRETTE Music, and that's a music generator. You just choose from three different themes, and it generates music based on those themes, and you play around with it a lot to find a feel of music that you're looking for. And that's super useful. Something that I'm going to be hosting or showing later on, I used Ecret Music, and also a text-to-speech thing. You can just look online, text-to-speech. Say if you want to put a sound clip that sounds like a robot or something, that's an easy way, or a robot saying a poem or something. You just draft a poem and put it in there, and it creates text-to-speech there. And you can edit sound like that in either Adobe Audition or Audacity is another free sound editing program. Remember, as a student, with a student email, you have access to all the Adobe programs, including Adobe Audition, which is a sound editor, and Adobe Premiere and After Effects. Premiere is a video editor, and After Effects is a special effects video editor that you can add special effects to Premiere. And for any, in this time where a lot of people are staying at home via the quarantine orders, which I think is a good thing, you can record your games that you are playing, or if you're making a tutorial on some kind of software, you can use the built-in, for PCs at least, on Windows, there's a built-in Microsoft/Xbox game recorder. For that, you just hit the Windows key plus G, and that'll open that. It should be on most Windows computers. If it's not already installed, you can just do a quick research online. Just type in, Microsoft Game Recorder or Microsoft Xbox Recorder, and that should yield some results. Similarly, if you want to take screenshots of your computer for different projects or something you're looking at, say you have a bunch of cat images on Google Images and you want to save the whole thing, just take a screenshot. So how to do that? On a Mac, you hit Command-Shift-3 for a full screenshot, and that should save it to your desktop. And also Command-Shift+4 will create a screenshot, but you drag the box to choose which part of the screen you want to screenshot. And for Windows screenshots, you can either hit the Windows key and type in snipping tool, and that'll open up several options for different kind of snips of screenshots. Alternatively, you can hit Alt Print Screen to take a full screenshot. That's a little archaic now. A lot of keyboards don't have the print screen button on them anymore. So your best bet might be using the snipping tool. Similarly, for other free software, say you want to get into game creation, there's two at least different game engines. Unreal Engine 4 is a free game engine, and there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. That's the one that I favor. Another one is Unity, and that's free as well. To publish any games for profit, you have to pay for a license for these, but otherwise you can learn and publish games for free using both those engines. And again, you have Adobe Cloud free with your student email, so definitely check that out. Some creative options that we can do in this time, you can check out writing poetry, or write a 3-sentence novel, write a haiku. On radio now, today I do everything. Maybe I should not. So there's a quick haiku I wrote for today. And we're gonna go to a music break right now. And I will be back shortly.
This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. This is, excuse me.
Hello, and we're back, and we're gonna talk about some other inspiration speeches from different artists, and I'm going to share something that I made. Something in these times of trouble, it's always good to use art as a method to relax, and also it's very rewarding to create pieces and share them with people. And so I am going to share something that I made just the other day for this radio broadcast. And it's something I put together very quickly using Ecret Music and text-to-speech editor. And I used the Xbox recorder because I didn't want to have to pay for any of those things. So I just recorded the screen, and that recorded the audio, and then edited out the video in Audition, just plopped those in there, edited the sound a little bit, and exported as an MP3. So I know that sounds like a lot, but once you have the pipeline down, once you know how to use the program, you can just look up some tutorials. How do I screen record for Xbox? How do I edit sound volumes for Audition, Adobe Audition? And those are things that you can do. So I'm going to play that quick song that I made, song quote unquote. It's I just put it together real quick, but it's an idea that I've had for text recording for a while. So I'm going to play that for you now.
In the beginning, there was art. And it was good. The same was in the beginning with music. All things were made by artists and musicians, dreamers, and without them there was not anything made that was made. In them there was life, and the life was the light of dreams. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Dreadfully distinct. Within cells, within cells, within cells, interlinked. There was a woman sent from the divine artist, whose name was redacted. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the divine art, that all dreamers through her might dream. She was not of the light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Within one stem, a tall fountain played. That was the true light, which creativity dreamed in every person, in everything. Within one stem. Art was in the world, and the world was made by art, and the world knew her not. Dreadfully distinct, within cells interlinked, within one stem, a tall fountain played. I love you.
Hello. Yeah. So that was something I made. It's an idea that's been in my mind for a while, combining an old biblical passage about, in the beginning, and it was good. And so I wanted to combine that with some text-to-speech, kind of robotic, talking about art and dreams and such. And so that was what I was working on the other day to try and add to this. Like I said, in times of trouble, make art. And so we're going to actually play something, a clip of a speech written by Neil Gaiman. He was giving an address to the graduating class of the University of Arts in 2012, and it's a really good speech section, and I think that's something that's important to many of the artists that are quarantined today, to kind of keep up their spirits and keep putting out work. And without further ado, we're gonna switch to that. So hello. So that was a section of Neil Gaiman's speech, and part of it was sampled by Talib Kweli for his song Inner Monologue, and I thought that was a pretty cool sample that he did, so I wanted to find the original speech. And Gaiman talks about in these times of trouble creating art, and that's exactly the message that I'm trying to put forth here. So we're going to quickly sample 30 seconds of Inner Monologue by Talib Kweli, and we're going to go to that really quickly.
One thing that's unique, you have the ability to make art. Sometimes life is hard. Things go wrong in life and in love and in business and in friendship and in health. And when things get tough, this is what you should do.
Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. We gotta let 'em warm up just a little bit. Just warm up a little bit. Come on. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Come on. Microphone check. I think it's time. Yeah.
So it has just come to my attention that we've been having some technical difficulties. I'm going to play for you just the Neil Gaiman speech and then some advice from Davey Bowie, and call it at that, because I understand that it's been a little silent here. So I'm going to take care of that, and we're going to call it shortly.
Remember whatever discipline you're in, whether you're a musician or a photographer, a fine artist or a cartoonist, a writer, a dancer, a singer, a designer, whatever you do, you have one thing that's unique. You have the ability to make art. And for me, and for so many of the people I've known, that's been a lifesaver. The ultimate lifesaver. It gets you through good times and it gets you through the other ones. Sometimes life is hard. Things go wrong in life and in love and in business and in friendship and in health and in all the other ways that life can go wrong. And when things get tough, this is what you should do. Make good art. Remember
And some quick advice by David Bowie that kind of plays into Neil Gaiman. It's a quick 20-second clip that I'll play for you now.
If you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
Someone on the internet thinks what you're doing is stupid or evil or it's all been done before. Make good art. Probably things will work out somehow.
And it's playing into advice from Neil Gaiman here, the second half of the clip of the speech.
Do what only you can do best. Make good art. Make it on the bad days, and make it on the good days too. And fifthly, while you're at it, make your art. Do the stuff that only you can do. The urge starting out is to copy, and that's not a bad thing. Most of us only find our own voices after we've sounded like a lot of other people. But the one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. The moment that you feel that just possibly you're walking down the street naked, exposing too much of your heart and your mind and what exists on the inside, showing too much of yourself, that's the moment you may be starting to get it right.
And it looks like we do have a little extra time, so I am going to play the track that I mentioned in the beginning that I made. And then I'm going to end with some advice by Willy Wonka. And that's going to be it today. Thank you.
In the beginning, there was art. And it was good. The same was in the beginning with music. All things were made by artists and musicians, dreamers, and without them there was not anything made that was made. In them there was life, and the life was the light of dreams. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Dreadfully distinct. Within cells, within cells, within cells, interlinked. There was a woman sent from the divine artist, whose name was redacted. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the divine art, that all dreamers through her might dream. She was not of the light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Within one stem, a tall fountain played. That was the true light, which creativity dreamed in every person, in everything. Within one stem, art was in the world, and the world was made by art, and the world knew her not. Dreadfully distinct, within cells interlinked, within one stem, a tall fountain played. I love you.
And so like I mentioned earlier, that was something that I put together really quickly for this show. It's combining some biblical passages with some changes to talk about art and dreams and creativity and inspiration. And I also mixed in some Blade Runner references there. I felt that was kind of related to the robotic speaker. I thought that was a pretty cool mix. So I'm going to end with some advice from Willy Wonka, and that'll be our show today. Thank you for turning in to East Bay Live. This is Ben Hawklyn with Cryptic Culture, and we'll see you next time.
Wait a minute. Must show you this. Lickable wallpaper for nursery walls. Lick an orange, it tastes like an orange. Lick a pineapple, it tastes like a pineapple. Go ahead, try it. Oh.
I got a plum. Grandpa, this banana's fantastic. It tastes so real.
Try some more. The strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
In the beginning.
All right, take care, stay safe, and stay creative. This is East Bay Live, and tune in next week.